page number 12. In this video, we learn about what are the constructors and what are the destructors in C++. Now we have to move forward. Our first topic is constructors. So constructors is basically a special method which is automatically called when the object is created in our main function. The construction are need not to required to mention in the int main for call. So that's it about constructors in C++. So there are some rules of declaring constructors. So first is we having a same constructor name of class itself. It means that if our class name is a student, the constructor should always be a student. Now we having a three type of constructors: default constructor, copy constructor, and parameterized constructor. So in default constructors we don't have input argument, and in copy and parameterized constructors we have input arguments. Now the constructions are not need to are don't having a return type, and constructor automatically when the object is created, and it must be in place in public section of a class. It's a mandatory, it must be placed in public section of a class. And we having if we do not specify constructor, C++ compiler gets a default constructor for our object. Now we have to move forward. Let's take it, we having a three types of constructors: default constructor, in which we are not getting any argument or input argument, and in parameterized constructors we having a parameters like we having a input argument. Similarly in the copy constructors we have a reference of a input argument. We are not take in the form of direct calling like int a, we are using int and a. Now we have to move forward. We have another topic which is our destructors. So destructors is must also be in present in our public section, and we are define it using by tilde symbol, and it is used to destroy the class object created by the constructors. So that's it about destructors. Now we have to move forward to the code. Now it's time to code our default constructors, parameterized constructors, and copy constructors. So first we are need to declare our class name as a student, and in class we having a public section. I already discussed about it. All the constructor must be present in our public section of our class. Now we have to call a constructor name as student because our class name is students. That's why we are having a student constructors. It is a default constructors. As you can see, I didn't put any input argument here. Now let's examine it. Is it calling our default constructors or not? Default constructor breakline, and now we need to call our object std. Let's take it is that way. Now we are need to run. We assume that the constructors is run automatically when the object is created, so our output must be our default constructor. So that's it, we are having our default constructor here. It means that when we are created an object of a class, we are getting the call of our default constructor. So now we are declare a student, again our parameterized constructor, in which we're having a roll number, and we are having a string name, and we are having out statement here which prints our roll number, break line, and we having cout statement which prints our name. Break line. So that's it about our parameterized constructors. So what is the aim is we are need to put the value of int roll number and string name. So we are having st object, and we are need to put here our student call, and then we having, let's take 10 as a roll number and Amit as a string. Okay, I need to put okay. Similarly, we are getting our roll number as well as our name. Now we have to move forward for our copy construct. We need to remove this for copy constructors. Now first I would like student default constructor, and here is nothing right now because it is already run without any call, and it is our parameterized constructor which carries a value of x or input argument, and here we declare our int id which refers to our id is equals to x. Now we are need to declare our copy constructor student as student, and we having a argument student type, and the reference will goes for x, and we are getting id is equals to x dot id. So that's it about, and one more we are need to display function which display our value of our id. Cout value of id will be id, and we have break line. Now I have to remove it. Let's take st as an object, and we are need to put at here 10, and we are need to display our id. So we are need to call our function id st dot display, and if we assign one more student st1, let's take 20 as a value, and we are need to display our function display. Now we have to check what we get. Okay, we are getting id 10 and id 20. So when we are create an object st, the default constructor call automatically. Similarly, student constructor is also call immediately, and similarly the copy constructor is also called. So when we are using display function, we get our value of id as 10 as
20. And we are also able to do here is, let's take student st2, and we take the reference of st or object, and we are need to display st2 dot display. It means that we are calling our copy constructor. We are not using the above two cases the copy constructor, but here we are using the copy constructor. It means we are giving the object as an argument to a copy constructor, so it copies our object value, which is r10. Now we are expected that we having our output as id10, id10 and id20. Now we have to run it. Let's see. Okay, fine, that's what we get. We are not calling before our copy constructor. By using this we get id10.